Okay. Have to restart it. Cannot see the chats yet. Still waiting. chat monitor keeps restarting. Still can't see the chats because it's in Chrome. Right in the ankle.
Damn you!
Right in the face side. Getting good at this. He got him before I did.
Die!
Aww. Wickling stone. What do you want? Barlarla stone. I think those things are called clangs. That's what they do, is they clang.
showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever make. I'm just warming up, you pathetic.
I have found him dead and wanted. Ooh, I got a ring. And 20 bones. Bones. All that for a crab? You gotta stop being so crabby. Ooh, ruby. In honor of Colette. In all her glory. Jewelry box. Nugget. Yay. What? What is weighing me down all the time? 50 pounds? Dang. That's like 20 bucks a pound.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Mildly. Where in the Frinkle Dunkets is the door?
Azani Blackheart is dead, and our brothers avenged.
Yeah, that.
Dead, finally. Good work. Did you retrieve his ring? I want that as proof that the Blackwood Company didn't defeat him.
Yeah.
It's good You've got it. Good. I'll use it to prove it was we, not the Blackwood Company, who killed him. Good work on this. Now get out of here. I'm going to head back to Coral. When there's more to do, I'll let you know. Your accomplishments are impressive. Because of this, I bestow upon you the rank of Warder of the Fighters Guild.
You would.
I don't have anything for you right now. Or perhaps... Farewell. Well met.
Amanda, welcome to the show, or whatever this is. whatever you are. Welcome, etc. Are you looking for a tip? Or are you looking for entertainment? Can't give you entertainment. Can give you entertainment. But for that, you gotta go over to OnlyFans. OnlyFans at Jaws of Life. No. OnlyFans at Get a Grip. No. OnlyFans at AMR was nice, to be honest. I don't know how the algorithm pushed this to me right now. I don't know either. This is not really anything that is supposed to be pushed. It's basically a place where Colette comes and tells me, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. I was like, I want to eat some dinner. And then I was like, I don't really want to watch anything. I want to watch Oblivion, which I have to play. So now here I am. Cool to be here. You're in the back room of the Trendy Club. Cheers. So why is it a channel if it's just like a backroom hangout? I shape gems. I do. It's a thing. I got a channel. It's like 1,200 scribes. It's been 6 months since I've done anything because I've been like making a bunch of gems. It's another story. Anyways, made a channel so that I could hang out and play games and also use the channel as a chat bot. Here we are on that channel chat bot playing games as the bot. That's why it's called YouTube Administrator, because the bot would show up and be like, YouTube Administrator, stop using foul-smelling language or something, you know, stupid. Anyways, where else are you streaming right now? Nope, just YouTube. That's it. Not doing any multi-streams. Not all that high-tech yet. I do use AI for my comedy clips. Not off of this. I do stand-up. And, that's another channel. And I got a channel for my car. And then I got a channel for my inventions. It's ridiculous. Trying to do too many things. I only got one life to live, you know? How to stream. You doing it on a phone or a computer? I am doing this channel through OBS. And then I do my gem channel through Streamlabs OBS. And oh, is it BS? Not really. It's pretty easy to set up. Just click diddly click and you're live. I'll tell you the hard part is where they're like, you've got to sign over rights to your channel to us. And so you're like, what? No. Screw you guys. I don't even know who you are. I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm talking to a bunch of lights on a screen. And then you're like, eh. Everybody does it, so then you click, and then before you know it, you're live. Boof. Got him in the top of the dome. That arrow must have had some polish on it. No way. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I would be happy to help you go live sometime. Figure it out. It's pretty easy. You just put the stream key in. Sign in. Bada boom. Ooh, that looks like a big old Kit Kat bar. I'm not even supposed to be in here. That looks like a hood, doesn't it? It's weird. But it's hard to resist a mine. I mean, first off, like I said, gemstones. Totally with the gemstones. Like, for example, I don't know if it showed it already, but nope, not that one. This one? Gemstones! Ah! Going to stream Skyrim. Working on a big old fan fiction. Oh, that sounds cool. All right. Well, let's see. Can I do the go to channel subscribed? So that way when you make some content, you got, wait, did I, hold on. Okay. Good old tabs. Chrome tabs. Okay, yeah, that's this one. If I switch to that one, I have to switch back, right? Okay, there's the gem channel. Now you know I'm not leaving you out in the dust. The gem dust. Okay, fan fiction. Skyrim fan fiction. So, fan fiction. Ah. You know what would be really cool is to make like a TV show. Not, you know, like it doesn't have to be a TV show. It could be like clips, you know, on reels and stuff. But it could be like characters living in the Skyrim world, but it'd be like Seinfeld. It'd be like a show about nothing in Cyrodiil. And George would work at the sweet roll factory. And Kramer would be a high elf. And Newman would be an orc. I think we're onto something here. Does anybody even know what Seinfeld is anymore? Or who? Or what? Am I talking about stuff? Are my references relevant? I was thinking that my streaming of my characters could be a base of a show down the line. Oh, that is so funny. My fanfics canonized down the line. Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah. Oh, on Facebook. Rewriting to post is possible. Ada the Wanderer on Facebook. Okay. Let's see. The Wanderer. That's a song, right? Something like that. Red Guard Bard. There you go. L like Motron, etc. Frazier. Okay, yeah, Frazier would definitely be a red guard. Frazier would be a red guard, and Niles would be a red guard, but he'd be trying to be a um um what are the ones from Morrowind? There's a door there, right? Okay. See, okay, so that's another thing, is that, like, the high elves and the wood elves and the dark elves, they all have names, but I don't know if they're pejorative or not. Because it, like, aren't the wood elves called Bosmers, but isn't that, like, a negative thing? Like, they don't want to be called that or something? I don't know. Good old lore. And actually that would be hilarious that your show could your fan fiction could Dunmer, right. Yep. Niles would be like he would be trying to be a Dunmer. Ah, rats. Rats, dirty rats. Lots of them. They're coming at me. This is a potion. It's called passing the blunt, I think. Right? Did I name that spell? Yes. Passing the no, that's the charm spell. Couch lock. Okay. Just giving them a little bit of indica. Boom, that's a red fire. He would be. It just makes sense. He'd probably have claims to being related to the Nerevarine. Okay. I got a little side quested, as is any Bethesda game, from the main quest. And I was waiting on Taramina to read those books, you know? Like she does. And so I wound up doing the Thieves Guild and the Magician's Guild, and now we're doing the Fighters Guild. I started the Assassin's Guild just to get the ninja suit, because, you know, we're a ninja. Yes. Custom class, just so I could be like, we're a ninja. You know what's interesting about the writings being older posts is that that's okay. I mean, sometimes stuff gets dated, but a lot of stuff like this, even fan fiction stuff, it's evergreen, and it's an investment. It's something that you made that can live on as is. And sometimes the early works aren't perfect, but that's what makes them great, is their roughness. It makes them real. It shows that it's not a big giant production because it's got a little bit of that originality to it. It hasn't been run through time and time again. My Imperial main character is a veteran of the Great War, and I'ma have her get the orc armor ASAP. I like that idea. Yes, thank you. I only have my obsession to thank. Hey, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story, Amanda. Because if, you know, sometimes I don't stream for months. Like on this channel, a couple months or more. So if this is the only time I ever see you, if I can give you anything from my ancient old age that helps, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be that 7 years ago I started shaping gemstones as just like I got a tile saw. I do construction, you know. Boom. But I'm like shaping gemstones just because I find, oh wow, I can get rough gemstones on eBay or from rock shops for like $5, you know? And you can go and get yourself nice, you know, chunk of like well, I'd like to show you a rough one, but here's like a chunk of yellow quartz that I haven't finished polishing yet. And so you just cut that stuff up and grind it. And that's, I mean, I just started doing that. I mean, like I've got these like purple ones, you know, amethyst and that kind of stuff. And like 5 years in, it's like half a decade, you know, of my life just doing this hobby kind of on the side. And I live stream, you know, so it's fun. I do half an hour a week. Problem is, I'd be doing the gem like when I'm supposed to be live, you know, 9 p.m. Eastern. Except it'd be like 10:30 before I go live. And so I'm like, all right, I gotta get a bunch of gems ready. That way I can go live on time every week. But the thing is, I'm just kind of doing this as a side hobby. Half a decade goes by, another year goes by, and it's 6 years. Another year goes by. Finally, after 7 years of shaping gemstones, and I drop a lot of them, by the way, I do. It's kind of a thing that happens. But after 7 years of shaping gemstones, I finally got into making them into jewelry. And I have, like, this is one example of a gem that I cut. And now I can just be like, boop, got some jewelry. Looking all fancy. Boom. You know, sort of. I need to take a shower. My hair's a mess. Anyways, the point is that hobbies, small hobbies like that, and little stuff like that, and it might not even be directly off of whatever your fan fiction is, but even just the fact that you've got experience writing anything. Before you know it, it can turn into something, and it's building on itself. So small hobbies, small bits. That's so dang beautiful. And so was your compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. So that's kind of, you know, I started getting into the gems and stuff, and you'll see that too with the game. I hoard the gems wherever we were actually gonna go unload a gem into our gem pile. I got a basket of pearls. So as far as your writing goes, it's just the right shape for an amulet of kings. Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you what, I was actually like, I've been telling myself that I should shape a piece of like imperial topaz and a couple pieces of amethyst and make it into this ring of Khajiit. The ring of Khajiit.
Now the prophet ranting about
Sometimes
the
I think
universe.
it's a piece of citrine, but I mean, if we're talking about rings here, the citrine for that would be $50. The Imperial Topaz would be 5,000. Howdy. 5,000. Watch you when you're on here, especially if it's Elder Scrolls. Love to connect. I have my links to click. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I do stand up. I'm actually planning to do it's just a little show in New York, in Manhattan, in August. It's fun to travel around and do that kind of stuff. I never thought of myself as a comedian. Still don't. But I meet a lot of people doing that. It's so wild. I mean, just going to an open mic here and there. Oh, it fell behind it. No. I'm trying to get a giant bucket of pearls going. Planning to do stand-up too, but I have to sew my raccoon outfit. Okay, a raccoon outfit. That sounds interesting. That's cool. I'm trying to set up my stuff so that I can tour, and that'll be one of the things I hope to do. That would be so cool. I mean, stand-up it's difficult, but it's easy. I mean, there's a lot to discuss in terms of it, but when I say easy, what I mean is there's nobody else involved, so there's nobody to rely on. You can just whip it out anywhere, anytime. That sounds like some stand-up in itself. Just whip it out anywhere, anytime. Yeah, people are cool. They don't care. They like it when you whip it out. I whip it out at work. I whip it out at the children's parties to help make things less awkward. I whip it out at the AA meetings. You can whip out comedy any old time. Almost you can whip it out almost anywhere. And when I whip it out, I like to whip it out good. Whip it good. No, that doesn't make sense. My only panda persona with a full body. Oh, that'll be funny. That will be so funny. You could do... Actually, I want that, don't I? You could do so many jokes from that perspective. You know what would be funny is if you started talking about like the perspective of a trash panda being upset with the food additives or something like that. Like the food dyes or whatever it is. I don't know. I I'm like not really sure about all the food additives and stuff. On one end, I miss the glass bottles of the 80s. On the other end, microplastics might be keeping me young. But I will say this, like a month ago, Mountain Dew started tasting different. More like cotton candy. Sweeter and more refreshing. And less like lemon balm. More like it used to in the 90s. And now I'm like, I wonder what a raccoon's perspective would be on modern day dumpster diving. You could talk about the difference between like a Starbucks dumpster having scones and the biscottis are perfect because they've reached that perfect level of crispness. But then you could talk about, you some that one time that you were on a bender and you woke up in a Domino's dumpster. Such a true angle too. They do taste, yeah. I mean, the one thing I consume so much of that I would notice the difference is Mountain Dew, and I did. And what was interesting is that since I buy it from different places, I think I could see like my different bottles tasting differently. And I never really did like them tasting like lemon balm, like lemon pledge. I don't know. But I was like, maybe it's keeping me oily. Excuse me. That makes no sense. But it also makes sense. Nothing like some chicken nuggets. See, it says they're gold nuggets, but I think that they're cheddar cheese nuggets. It just looks more delicious that way. Alright, one more mission. One more mission. One more for the good old time's sake. Let's go talk to Ashton and Anvil. So what's your favorite thing to eat? Or snack on? I have been eating chocolate and raspberries. Sometimes I try to eat the gems, but we've talked about that.
How are you?
Actually,
Good to
like
see you.
when gems are appetizing, that's when you know you got a good gem. Because it hits you on another level.
Good to see you.
Gems are meant to be, attractive to the eye. That's kind of what they do. Unless you're using them like in electronics, as like a crystal oscillator or a laser or something like that. But mostly it's just supposed to look nice. So you want one with good color. But if it also looks appetizing,
How are you?
hits you on a base level.
It's
It's
my
like,
pleasure. Please
ooh,
continue.
let me wear this appetizing thing. Hey, you got any work?
Good to see you're looking for more work. There's certainly more to be done. I need you to help Alante of Alinor.
Okay. Elegante of Alinor.
Alante is a scholar interested in researching Deidre worship. Meet her in Brittle Rock Cave. Help her find the shrine and keep her safe.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, a hankering for pizza.
Go protect Alante.
Wow, that's okay. That's a wide open hankering. And here's what's funny about that is I have done interviews on my gem channel. Just quick short interviews, and what I'll do is I'll ask a get to know you question that I ask all of our interviews. If you won the lottery and you went for pizza, what would be your lottery pizza? People answer it a lot of different ways. Some people talk about where they'd go. Some people talk about what they'd have on it. I would probably, I don't know where I would go, but I would probably want to have like filet mignon and lobster. One side would have like a steak sauce and tomato sauce, and the other side would have like a butter and Vardy cheese sauce. I don't know. But then also there's fruit pizza and dessert pizza and frozen pizza and delivery pizza and deep dish pizza and thin crust pizza. You gotta cut it in wedge shapes. That's how the Ninja Turtles eat it, right? Makes too much sense. I thought it would be, an interesting way to get to know people. Oh yeah, Cece's dessert. Oh, they had like a pizza buffet, and they had like a dessert pizza buffet too. There was like 2 or 3 dessert pizzas. Am I crazy? Did I dream that? Because if so, I'm going back to sleep. Right now, ending the stream, back to sleep, dreaming about that buffet of dessert pizzas. I remember we were trying to come up with an affordable idea for my nephew's graduation party. And I was like, well, you know what is really cheap? And at the time, because this was before like the great inflation. Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago. I was like, let's go to Walmart and get a whole bunch of cakes. Because they're like $3, $4 a cake or something like that. And it was like $5 a cake. So we made a cake buffet. I also had an idea for donut kebabs, where you take donuts and then you cut them into quarters, and you put the quarters on the sticks. That just kind of seems like you're doing extra work. Although, who doesn't like things that are on a stick? Way more dessert pizzas. Yeah. Trying to do interviews too, but with my President Panda persona. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm excited now. You got me sold. I'm excited for what's coming.
Ah, you must be from the Fighters Guild. Excellent. I'm looking forward to our investigation. Fascinating subject, these Deidre.
Really? What are we doing here?
My research shows there is likely a shrine in these caves. I'll need you to accompany me to the shrine. Handle any difficulties.
Alright, you lay back and... yeah.
I am Elante of Alanor.
Alright.
Stay close, please.
Grapes on toothpicks hit different. You are right about that. That is a really good way to put it. Yeah. Which lockpick style do you like better? The lockpicks in Oblivion or the lockpicks in Skyrim? I think the ones in Fallout resemble the ones in Skyrim. The ones in Oblivion are ridiculously hard. I just go and buy bulk lockpicks from the Thieves Guild. What? That's it? You just look and turn around and run off? Alright, that's fine. I don't want to hang around anyways. She did actually hang around, didn't she? That's cool. Glad she's gonna wait around for me to loot. Oh yeah, you're right. It kind of teaches you the system. Whoa, whoa. I knew somebody was coming in. I should cowl up. Boom.
Stay away!
No! There we go. Ah, flawless topaz. Total score. Topaz is one of my favorite gems. It's generally pretty easy to shape.
Watch out!
I mean, it's a hard stone, which means when you put in the work, it stays. It's one of the nice things about diamonds. You put in all the work and it lasts for a while. Jewelry's gotta be durable. Or affordable. Boom.
Excellent. A fine example of a Daedric's shrine. Sorry for the trouble getting here. Let's keep moving.
Oh, we're not done? Alright then. No problem. Oh, it used to be a thing and then it collapsed. Look at that.
I think I'll study this shrine a bit longer. You can make your way out here. I thank you again for your help. Please take this as a token of my thanks.
Ah, thank you.
Thanks again.
Alright. So what would you call a Skyrim Brazier crossover? Freyrim? I mean, that's too obvious. There's got to be something. Can we get out this way? This is probably a dead end. I thought we were going, you know, like full circle. Yep, I'm probably looting. I like it, yeah. Yep. Because people would get it, but it wouldn't, like, it wouldn't cross any, copyright boundaries. Ooh, that's a score. That is a score. I didn't have one of those. That's good. Water breathing? Yeah, water breathing jewelry. I needed that. Okay. This was worth it. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Good thing she hit the hot pocket I had in my armor. Oh, that's good, yeah. Because I often wonder how they get the names of them. And they all kind of fit, you know? Like Alan Wee of or Elegante of Eleanor. Eleanor. It sounds like an elf name. And what's his name? Earl Rugdump? Oh. Cash Grow Rugdump? That's definitely an orc name. Circle of Non-Impotence. Base Luck. Okay. Right, we're supposed to be doing something. We are over and undered. Fraser sounds like one of them. I would just want it to double check before saying which race it sounds closest to. Yeah. It does kind of sound like a cat name. Because it's one word. Kind of like an Argonian name.
Hello.
Hello. Oh. Alright then. Are you sleeping? Wake up, dude. We got business.
Good day.
Good day.
You finished? Excellent. Good work, guildmate. Here's your payment for the contract.
Yeah, I imagine him to be a Khajiit. That would be so fitting, too. Um... Let's see, alright.
Bye.
Think I need to talk to Growcash. Right?
A pleasure to... I don't have anything for anyone in your rank.
Burrs
Good day.
Growcash, gotcha. Which I think I'm gonna do on the next stream. I'm actually gonna try and shape some gemstones before it gets any later. Before I get any tireder. Alright, it was nice to meet you, Amanda. And it was awesome hearing about your stuff. Glad we connected on Facebook. I'm going to be on the lookout for some Redguard fan fiction. That sounds exciting. We'll have to talk more about Fraser the Khajiit. on the next stream. Have a good afternoon.